This is a shot of the first General Assembly that happened on September 17th. Again, this is sort of, let's come up with ideas, let's figure out what the plan is going to be. Later that day, the occupation of Zuccotti Park, right? At this time, few bankers even knew what it was, right? Almost nobody in the area ever walked through the park or knew much about the park. And about 1,000 people come out September 17th. And, the police are present. They're present from the start. And they say, oh, you can't camp here. Why can't you camp here? Well, we have these loitering rules, right? And they forbid setting up tents in the park. They forbid you staying here. So September 20th, there's a few arrests made. They're made of people wearing masks. And so this is the first arrests that occur in the movement. And the reason that it's people wearing masks is because of some New York City law that says you can only have a masked gathering if it's a parade. So if you're a bunch of masked people sitting on the, side of a road, that's an arrestable offense. So they arrest these masked people. September 24th, a few days after the movement starts, we see the first massive arrest. There's a march from Zuccotti Park uptown. And as these things go, it would be considered relatively successful because what they were able to do was close several streets, right? They had a good turnout. They closed a bunch of streets. And the outcome was this mass arrest. About 80 people were arrested at this protest. Again, sort of just thinking about, all that's going on at the time. This anonymous video is a response to the arrest. I'm going to send it out as well. And, it's also sort of dramatic and very much in the style of Anonymous. And what they're trying to say is, we're paying attention and there's a chance for something to come of these arrests. So just skip the first minute of this one. There's a really long lead-in. You'll have to scroll down on the page. This was taken on and off of YouTube a bunch of times. But if you scroll down on the Huffington Post page, you'll see the link for the video, and then just go ahead and skip the first minute. Again, I think this is about a minute. So the next day, what happens? Anonymous releases this video, right? It's a little bit viral. But the next day, what they released is the name of the police officer who maced some young women during the September 24th arrest. Not only do they release the name of this officer, they also reveal the name of his children, where his children go to school, and they sort of invite this retribution, right? Like, this is happening, we know that you've arrested all of these people, and this is what we're going to do in response. So here Anonymous sort of uses its power as this activist community, and they release this. It's a little controversial, I agree, this sort of move. And so the official Occupy Wall Street website, not directly connected to Anonymous, demands that there be jail time for the offending officer, right? There be some sort of punishment for this action, and asks for the resignation of the New York City Police Commissioner. And so this sort of dramatic event, this kind of turning point in terms of repression of peaceful protesters, brings in political celebrities, we might call them, people like Noam Chomsky and Michael Moore. Since I skipped ahead, also Cornel West, right? Who comes the next day and speaks at the General Assembly, who sort of gives this opening talk. And by now there's about 1,500 people there to hear Cornel West speak. And so by October 1st, we see this really large following starting to occur. And, it's in this context of police brutality, right, that's already been sort of relatively public, what's going on with the police and the peaceful protesters. And a lot of people march on the Brooklyn Bridge, right? So they march up and they get on the bridge, and the protesters, for a large part, say they were tricked. The police told them they could get on, and then they're arrested again. There's something like 700 estimated arrests at this event. The police say, oh, you're in violation of that or violation of the other, and they arrest 700. Most of the people are released. Some are held, and they're cited with trespassing or something like that, and then they're given court dates. So this is spread of the movement offline, and it's in the majority of states by October 4th. this is really early on, that it's reaching pretty much everywhere.